This video is about Alabama fans, or if you just live in Alabama, or if you love football, this is Alabama. So the A is a symbol that is used a lot in Alabama football, and this is an actual cross-stitch design that I found online, and I printed it out and I blew it up extremely large, and I drew circles around the stitches because on cross stitch it's an X pattern. You know, you'll do an X pattern on cross stitch, and since this is not a cross stitch, this is plastic canvas, I wanted to convert it to look more like plastic canvas. So I took the pen, as you can see here, and I drew circles, and I also did numbers. I counted so I would know how many's in the row to kind of get me going. So see, it's all circles. So, and I'll hold it about right there. So if you want to pause the screen for a few minutes and screenshot it or take a picture of it, you can. And then here is the up close part. And so basically what I did is, as you see here, there is 1, 2, 3, and this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So obviously there's only 3 and there's 5 here, so that means one's going to be blank and one's going to be blank. So I knew to skip the first stitch and the second stitch. So what I did here is you've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I knew the top one was not going to have a stitch and the bottom was not going to have a stitch, because you have 3 and 5. Then the next count was 3. 1, 2, 3. So on here, my next count, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So since I got to this part, I'm going to count across, because this is the 1, 2, 3 that we just did. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I knew there's going to be 7 here and there's 4 here. So that's what I did. I put 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Then I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I did 7. Then I went to the next row. So since this is that row of 7 that we just did, I know that I've got to do 1, 2, 3. And then I got to do another row of 3, another row of 3, another row of 3. So I've got a couple rows of 3 right here, as you can see. See? Those rows of 3. So I know that 2 of them are going to be attached and one's going to be over here by itself. The next one's going to be by itself and the next one. So I'm going to have 3 rows and I'm going to skip a space. So that's what I did here. So I went 1, 2, 3, skipped a space. 1, 2, 3, skipped a space. 1, 2, 3, skipped a space. So those were those 3 rows that we went up. 1, 2, 3. Now the next row was the exact same level. These two. So you had the 1, 2, 3, remember? So these are going to be together and these 2 rows are going to be together. So that's what I did on here. These 2 rows are the exact same and these 2 rows are the exact same. And now I'm going to start going up the A. So like you see here, we've done our 3 rows. So now this is a row of 10. I was in the process of, we were doing the rows of 3. So once I got to this row of 3, you can now see I have a 10 right there. So I have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to do a whole row of 10 right here. So I know that I have to skip over 1 little stitch. So I already did that. I did the 3 right here. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to do my row of 10. So right here, I did those. So now this is going to be row of 10. So we're going to go ahead and go through. Oops. See what happens. I had to pull my needle through. That was my fault. I'm supposed to pinch it from behind. Rookie move there. I had to cut my string. It was too long. It was getting hung on the plastic canvas. So now we're going to go across here 10. I'm not going to do the entire design because I'm going to let you finish it, but I just wanted to give you an example of what it looks like for you to do plastic canvas and cross stitch. So if you ever find a cross stitch design that you truly love, it's not a problem. All you have to do is know that you just turn it into bubbles, and those bubbles represent a stitch. So that's basically what this tutorial is for. So now you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need one more. I wanted to double check my count there. So now we're at 10. So now we're at 10. So we've gotten to the A, as you can see here, and now we're at this point of the A. And what I would probably do is finish these 2 rows here, and then finish out this part, and then finish out that part. But this is your A, and all I did is I took circles, and as I did the stitch, I was highlighting it in yellow so that I knew that I did that section. So if I lose my place, because I'm not very good at following directions, I wanted to highlight the stitches I already did so I don't repeat those stitches. But as you can see here, all this is basic circles. This was a cross stitch design that I found online. I printed it out, I blew it up on the copier, and I just drew circles around it. So you can pause the screen, screenshot it, print it out. I wish YouTube had a way for us to post things, but I'll hold it very still for a few minutes, give you time to screenshot it or take a picture of it. Or you can just use it for your count, whatever's more convenient. But it is basically, I just converted it into circles. So if you find a design online that you really like, it's not that hard. This was just an extra piece of tissue box that I had already pre-cut, so I just used this. And what I did is I counted across. See how I have cut the design off? So you see how I have all these little circles here and here? So it let me know how many circles this way and how many circles that way, and that's how I came up with this template here. So if I had 30 here and 30 here, then I knew this canvas would have to be bigger than a 30-30, because if not, my design wouldn't fit. So I knew that I would leave a little extra space on each side. So if you count your stitch rows this way and this way, and for pretend this was a 30-30, then I would put at least 5 or 6 rows here, 5 here, 5 here, and 5 here. So that way you have space on all 4 sides to either fill it in, make it a box, make it a picture and put a frame around it, whatever you want to do with it. You can be creative. So that's how you would measure out what size you would need to cut the canvas. I'd prefer you not cut the canvas and just go over a few rows this way and a few rows this way, and then stitch over onto the canvas and then cut it out later, because you can always go back and cut off extra, but you can't always add. So that would be the 2 tips that I would give for anyone who is starting out and not sure how to count or what to do. Is count out your rows this way, count out your rows this way, and add at least 5 on each side or more. It just depends on what you want to do for the border. Or you can get an entire sheet, and as you see here, you can go in this row and go in this many rows, and then just stitch over into the thing and then just cut it off when you're finished. So this is just one idea of what to do if you want to cross stitch a design using plastic canvas. Thanks for watching. Please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more tips or suggestions or ideas, please comment below or give me a thumbs up. That lets me know that you did like what you saw today and that you would like to know more things or more ideas or more tips and suggestions. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe before you go. You probably already have, since you're already here and you're watching this video. If you found it by luck, hit that little notification bell, and anytime I upload a new video, it will let you know that there is a new video uploaded, and you can be one of the first ones to watch it. Thank you. Love you. Bye.